Some people don't just drain your peace, they reshape the way you see yourself. And the closer they are to you, the easier it becomes to excuse the damage. You tell yourself it's love. You tell yourself it's family. You tell yourself it's normal. But here's the truth. Nothing destroys a person faster than tolerating behavior that chips away at their self-respect. What most people don't realize is this: the things you allow eventually become the things you believe you deserve. And the strangest part? You often don't notice the damage until you finally step away. But once you see the patterns, they're impossible to unsee. Here are 7 toxic behaviors you should never tolerate. Not from strangers, not from friends, and especially not from family. And make sure you stay until the last one, because it's the one most people ignore their entire lives. 1. Disguised disrespect. Some people never insult you directly. Instead, they wrap it in jokes, sarcasm, or "I'm just being honest." But disrespect is disrespect, even when it's whispered behind a smile. They tease your dreams, dismiss your feelings, or laugh at moments that matter to you. And at first, you brush it off, but over time, these little cuts become emotional scars. Marcus Aurelius said, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." People who constantly belittle you slowly stain the way you think about yourself. And the moment you stop tolerating it, your self-respect immediately rises. 2. Emotional manipulation. Some people don't use love to connect, they use it to control. They guilt trip you, they twist your words, they make you responsible for their emotions while avoiding responsibility for their own. Common lines include, "After everything I've done for you, you've changed. If you really cared, you'd do this for me." But caring about someone does not mean surrendering to their chaos. Stoicism teaches that you are responsible for your choices, not their reactions. You can love someone deeply and still refuse to let them weaponize your empathy. 3. Constant negativity. Some people walk into a room and drain it instantly. Nothing is ever good enough. Every situation becomes a complaint. Every day becomes a reminder of what's wrong. These people don't need solutions, they need an audience. But your mind is not a dumping ground for someone else's bitterness. Epictetus warned that your environment shapes your character. If someone constantly burdens you with their pessimism, distance is not cruelty, it's self-care. 4. Zero accountability. There's a dangerous kind of person who never takes responsibility. They blame, they deflect, they rewrite history to make themselves the victim. And here's the pattern. When they hurt you, somehow it becomes your fault. When something goes wrong, they always point outward, never inward. A Stoic never argues for truth, he lives it. You cannot grow around someone who refuses to look in the mirror, and you should never tolerate people who expect forgiveness but offer no change. 5. Hidden envy and quiet competition. Some people applaud your success with their hands, but resent it in their heart. Their smile tightens when you win. Their tone shifts when you shine. Their energy changes the moment life starts treating you well. Not everyone cheering you is actually supporting you. Some simply stay close to measure your progress against their insecurity. Marcus Aurelius said that the quality of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts, and envious people think in shadows. Protect your light. Don't let their silent competition dim your direction. 2. Boundary violations. Can you do this for me? Why didn't you answer? You owe me. Some people don't respect boundaries because they benefit from you not having any. They push, they pressure, they invade your space because it's easier than respecting your limits. But boundaries are not barriers, they're self-respect in action. Anyone who truly values you will honor them without argument. Those who don't were only comfortable with your lack of protection. 7. Conditional love. This is the most painful one and the one most people tolerate the longest. Love that only works when you agree. Love that disappears when you grow. Love that demands you shrink so others feel comfortable. But real love doesn't punish your individuality. It doesn't guilt you into silence. It doesn't require you to sacrifice your identity for approval. Seneca wrote, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality," and many people stay trapped in toxic family cycles because they fear the imagined consequences of choosing themselves. The truth is simple. You do not need permission to protect your peace. You do not need approval to set boundaries. You do not need to tolerate people, even family, who are destroying your self-worth. Some will call it selfish, some will call it disrespectful, some will call it ungrateful. But remember this, people who benefit from your silence will always call your boundaries attitude. Which of these 7 behaviors stood out to you the most? Drop it in the comments. And if wisdom like this matters to you, you already know what to do.